Work.
Good morning and welcome back to Saturday Morning Yoga at the MMA Lab. I'm Jakki Waldecker and you're in for about 45 minutes of a vinyasa flow style yoga. If you have blocks or pillows, if you're doing this class from home, please go grab them now. Preferably one smaller and then one bigger pillow if pillows are what you've got, and otherwise blocks will work. Your belt if you'd like it, and when you're ready, go ahead, roll your mat out and we'll get started. This is really exciting because this is, well, it's bittersweet because this is my last official online class, and I really enjoyed going through this with you all. And I hope you really liked that new intro that we did, which is so fire that I decided to build a class around that concept today. The concept of tapas is the yoga yama to build heat and fire, to adhere to the form. So we'll do that today because you all have presumably adhered to the form with me throughout these. I think we're on week 9 of this, so thank you so much. So we're going to build a little heat. I'll give you lots of options to hit that edge, whether it be lots of movement, lack of movement, stretching up and bumping against it, against that edge. We'll be in that space today, so don't worry if it's hard. It's meant to be. The hard is what makes it good. So when you're ready, we'll start in a nice cooling position to offer some contrast here and remind us in child's pose is a place you can come back to throughout any course of your practice if you need that cooling energy. So go ahead and come off of any height if you've taken it. Take the option that you like best for child's pose, make it yours, it's your practice. And no matter what, let's really work on getting the place between the forehead to rest on the mat or onto a block. And just imagine a little door there, popped open. Releasing everything that you don't need right through it. Give it away. The breath to remind you, inhales through the nose, exhales through the nose. Inhale to feel the belly press against the thighs, melting down toward the mat. And exhale, feel yourself relax into the support of the ground beneath you. Taking a moment to set your intention. Adhere to the form. Be okay with a little bit of heat, a little bit of spice, a little bit of sweat today. Of course, safety first. Nothing should ever hurt, but there should be discomfort. We'll breathe through that together. One more inhale. Exhale, soften, let everything go. And using the next inhale to lift the gaze. Place the left fingertips on the mat, and we can tent through the fingertips here. The inhale is to reach up, stretch up, look at your right thumb. Exhale to thread the needle. Take the right shoulder all the way down to the mat, placing your right ear on the mat. You can crawl the left fingertips long and forward, and here we'll take the right ankle, cross it over the left for an anchor, and then exhale, softly let the pelvis tip to the right, dragging like a paintbrush the fingers on the back of the floor. Just send that message as you open up that right side body. Grounding down through the left tented fingertips like you're peeking underneath your left armpit. One more nice big back body breath. Letting it go. Crawl the fingertips back, uncross the ankles and inhale. Unwind, look up at your right thumb. Nice gentle twist to start. Switching the sides, so right fingertips tented, inhale, stretch up, look up. Exhale, float the left shoulder all the way down to the mat, left ear rest, maybe crawl the right fingertips forward, getting that passive twist. Left ankle can cross on top of the right and start to drag the left shoulder, left hip over to the left side of your mat. Nice and easy, preparing the body for opening and twisting movements today. Lots of left brain, right brain activation, using both sides of the body, lots of crossover. Spoiler alert. And from here, walk the fingers back, press into the earth, reach up, stretch up, uncross the ankles, and place both hands on the mat, tabletop position. Inhale to cow, lift the tail, drop the belly, shine the heart, exhale, curl the back body, press through the palms, relax the tops of the feet to the mat. Inhale to cow, try to drag the heels of the hands toward the knees. Exhale to cat. One more inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Really tuck the tail here. Try to touch the pelvis to the nose. Coming to a neutral spine, walk the hands forward, almost to the edge of your mat or off it. We start to lower the heart toward the mat for puppy dog pose. The hips stay positioned right over the knees here. We melt the chest, maybe the forehead drops to the floor. Big for the heart here. A lot of pressure on the tops of the shoulders. We keep the neck nice and long, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Then can relax the chin maybe to the floor, looking forward between the thumbs. Go there if space allows it. It's early, I know. No matter where we are, we'll lift the gaze. As if rolling a marble with your nose along the floor, we'll come all the way down to Sphinx pose. Check in with the elbows, make sure they're just below the shoulders. Palms press, making an 11, and we'll tuck through the pubic bone to lift the navel up off the mat. Draw the shoulders away from the ears here, long spine, no pez heads, no chins for necklace. Nice long neck, neutral spine. Breathe even though you're in this kind of a crunchy back bend. Try to shine the heart forward. Sphinx pose, one more inhale. And exhale, melt the heart to the earth. Slide the palms back alongside the rib cage. Press up through hands and knees to that relaxing child's pose. Center, regroup, come back to your body. And inhale, roll it up, tabletop position. We'll start by crawling the right foot forward to a low crescent lunge. So I want to work to get my knee to be just over my ankle here. Fingertips to the floor or to blocks at first. We'll draw the shoulders down and away from the ears, walk the hands up to the knee. A little pressure through the left big toe to activate the inner thighs. Lift the gaze. Keeping the left hand on top of the right thigh, we inhale, stretch the right arm up and cartwheel it all the way back, reaching for the back of the room, thumb side up. Draw a deep breath in for length and then exhale, twist from above the navel, look back at your right thumb. It might be there. Just send the message. As you exhale, we'll cartwheel the right hand to the back of the left thigh. So feel it for support here like a kickstand. Doesn't really matter where it is. Inhale. We just inhale, breathe the left fingertips up, reaching for the back of the room. Then square the heart off to the front of the room, feeling that left psoas open. As you exhale, cartwheel the left hand down to the mat. Right fingers reach for the twisted lunge. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee off the mat. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, lean back into the shoulders. Maybe take the gaze up towards your right thumb. Exhale, gazing down at your right big toe, hands to frame the foot. A little bit of a bump and lift, so we'll get a little momentum here as you lift, bringing the left knee behind the right, crouching deeply as you slide the left shin to the floor for half Lord of the Fishes. So this is a good one if you'd like to straighten the leg for this first one here. Otherwise, we're going to make the goal to settle the hip bones evenly between the heels here. For this first one, we'll take the left fingertips behind you. Content or press the palm. Inhale, stretch up through the left fingertips, and exhale, just hug the knee into the chest. Make this nice. Hip bones settle into the mat. Exhale, we might take the gaze over or toward the right shoulder. One more inhale, length. Exhale, twist like you're wringing out a washcloth here. And relax, unwind. Lean back. Can cross the ankles, roll through hands and knees. Otherwise, you can drop to a hip and come to hands and knees, whatever feels nice for you. Inhale to cow, reset. Exhale, cat. Tabletop position, step the left foot between the hands for your low crescent lunge here. Dropping the hips down and forward evenly. Hands to blocks at first, slide the shoulders down the back. Keep that, walk the hands up to the knee. Little pressure through the top of that right big toe. So you can feel the inner thighs slide toward each other, engage, and then relax. Drop into crescent here. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Breathe the left fingertips up and reach for the back of the room. The gaze might follow. Feel the twist come from the navel, then the ribs. Then we take the chin toward the left shoulder. Use that right hand like a brace. Sliding the left hand down to the right thigh. Inhale, stretch the right fingertips up overhead for the back of the room and square the heart off with the front of the room. Supported back bend. And exhale, relax the right hand to the mat. Tuck the back toes, reach the left fingertips to twist the heart to the left for a twisted runner's lunge. Lean back into the shoulders, keep the weight on the left big toe, hug the inner thighs together, and look up at your left thumb. Take the gaze back to your left big toe. Hands frame the foot. A little bit of momentum here as we press off the ball of the right toes to lift and drive the right knee up behind the left and slide it down to the mat. Come to seated between the heels again for half Lord of the Fishes, second side. Left fingertips plant behind or the palm to the mat. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. And exhale, hug the knee into the chest. I don't know, maybe your back will crack here. It's early. Try to lean back like you're trying to press your spine up against an imaginary wall behind you. And then take the gaze over the chin, or chin over the shoulder a little bit. Exhale a little bit more. Unwind back through center. Release, slide back, cross the ankles. Roll forward to hands and knees once more. And we'll tuck the toes, lift the hips, and walk out this first down dog. Emphasis on the side bodies here. Pedal through the feet, really wag the tail side to side, and then we'll find some stillness as you press the chest toward the thighs, melting the heels toward the earth as much as space allows, keeping that long flat back. We'll inhale, look back at your toes, lift your heels high to the balls of your feet, and drop both heels over to the right. We continue to press more firmly through the left palm to slide the chest back toward the thighs. If you'd like to step your left foot behind and then in front of your right, bringing the pinky toe side of the feet together, a little extra opening if you need it. Last exhale here. Lift those hips to the top corner of the room. Inhale back through center, uncross the legs, high in the balls of the feet, and we'll drop them to the left. Toes go to the right. And you can take that second step, bringing the pinky toe side of the feet together. Emphasis on the right palm as you slide the chest back toward the thighs. Big opening through the right side waist. Breathe into that space. Continue to lift the hips and uncross the legs back to center. Deep bend at the knees for bear pose. Look up between your thumbs. And as you inhale, lift the hips, walk the feet up to the hands. Forward fold. And just draw some circles on the ground here at first. Relax the shoulders. Relax, have a generous bend at the back of the knees if you need it. Inhale, look forward to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to the top of a push-up plank pose. And here you can always release the knees to the mat if you'd like to. We'll exhale, lower the heart all the way down. Elbows slide past the side waist. Untuck the toes, make space to drop the pelvis in between. So I want you to tuck the tail here, walk the hands to the front corners of the mat. As you exhale, let the gaze go back at the navel. Inhale, lift the heart, finish with the gaze. We'll take that again, rolling cobra, seal pose, whatever you like. So lower down. Inhale, gaze back at the navel, lift the heart, shoulders away. One more time, roll it out. Breathe it in, lift, finish with the crown of the head, tuck that pelvis, engage the core, and exhale, lower down. Palms back by the low ribs, toes together, tuck toes, and you come up through hands and knees or all the way to the top of a push-up once more, and to downward facing dog. Walk it out, just feel how your down dog has changed in this little bit of movement so far. Shake out the head and neck. Look up between the hands, we'll walk our feet to our hands. Slowly roll to rise, soft bend at the knees, big reach, stand up tall. And exhale to heart center. Beginning our vinyasa. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, soft knees, prayer fold or swan dive, wherever you are this morning. Inhale to a long flat back. Exhale, right foot steps back, runner's lunge. Left foot steps back, down dog. Inhale to plank. And you can lower the knees or lower down all the way. Chaturanga if you'd like to, halfway. Inhale to a cobra or an upward facing dog with the knees off the mat, heels rolling toward each other. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, right leg lift, three leg dog. Exhale, knee to chest, hold like a cat back right here. Plank with a cat back, lift your heel. Keep that action. Step the right foot forward Runner's lunge. Left foot meets right. Top of the mat, fold. Inhale. You can roll to rise or reverse the swan dive. Big reach. And as you exhale, we'll send it right back down. Inhale to your long flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Left foot steps back this time. Right foot steps back, down dog. Inhale, top of a push-up plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend of choice. And exhale, down dog. Right away, breathe the left leg high. 3-leg dog, hips stay square. Exhale, knee to chest, hold. Really push forward off the ball of your right foot. Lift your heel towards your seat, look forward, step through. Runner's lunge. Right foot meets left. And fold. Inhale, roll to rise or reverse that swan dive. Urge the hips forward slightly and exhale, hands to prayer. Close the eyes and just feel the heat. Maybe where the thumbs touch the chest, you can feel the heart beating. And as you exhale, let the gaze float open. Relax the hands at your side, walk the feet about outer hip distance apart. And here's where, if you've got a belt and you'd like to use it for yoga mudra, we're not going to be here very long, so you can just send the message. Otherwise, we're going to join the hands behind you, making one big fist, interlacing the fingers up to the webbing. Drag the knuckles down toward the earth. If you don't have a block, or if you don't have a belt, or you can't make this connection, imagine an imaginary block between your hands here, and we just send that action of hugging the shoulders together around the spine and engaging the core to keep that long, flat back. So inhale, lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale, soft knees and fold. Let it fold all the way over here. Bringing the chest toward the thighs, the knuckles lift up off the sacrum a little lower and loud. Remember, if you've got that imaginary block, we're really opening the heart here as you forward fold. Keep squeezing. One more inhale. And as you exhale, straighten into the right leg, deep bend into the left, so as your shoulder can almost touch or rest on top of that left thigh, touching your knee. And open the heart out toward the right side. Shining the heart at that right side wall as much as space allows. Keeping that long neck, shoulders engaged. Hugging that invisible block with the palms or hands clenched. One more inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Change the clasp of the hands if you've got it. And we'll bend deeply into the right knee, straighten the left. Heart goes off to the left. Deep bend in that right knee to open up the left side. One more inhale. And exhale, relax. Relax the clasp of the hands if you've got it. Let the hands float down to the mat. And just hold for one moment here. Feel that cooling effect. Inhale to your long flat back. And exhale, step back. Top of a plank, push up. Take a flow if you'd like to, or we can meet in downward facing dog. Notice how down dog starts to feel a little more effortless the longer, the more times we go through it. Inhale to send the right leg high. Point the toe, stack the hips, bend the knee, and open the heart for fire hydrant. As you exhale, we'll draw the right knee across the midline, trying to touch our left elbow. Hold here, lift the heel a little bit more, and then we'll step the right foot just behind the left wrist. I know, right? All right, so from here, if it didn't get as close to the wrist as you like, just use the hand behind the ankle to urge it forward. And a little bit of springiness on that back ankle as you pop the left knee forward and tuck the left toes behind the right. And here we'll just forward fold for a minute. So you're off to the left, kind of skewed side of your mat. It's a little IT band stretch. Fold the heart over the thighs. Hands can be on blocks or on the floor. And from here, we'll step the left foot back, heel toe ball the right foot across center. Walk the hands to the inside of the right big toe. for lizard pose for just a moment. So we'll take the hands planted, elbows straight. Keep hugging the right knee in toward the right side waist and lift the heart. And as you exhale, step back, top of a push-up or down dog. Take it through a flow if you'd like to. Meeting in downward facing dog. Left leg lift, point the toes, stack the hip, bend the knee. Fire hydrant, open it up. And as you exhale, look forward, trying to touch the left knee to the back of the right elbow and set the left heel down or the left foot down behind the wrist. Urge it forward if you need to. Little bit of a load the cannon, and then we step forward, bring the pinky toe side of the feet together. Inhale to a flat back and exhale, fold over the thighs. Hands to blocks or the floor. Draw in some circles on the ground with the top of the head. Shoulders relaxing toward the ears here. Let it go. Forward folds do have that cooling effect. Inhale, flat back, plant the hands, uncross the legs, step the left foot off to the side as you step the right foot back, preparing for lizard pose on this side. So we'll heel toe ball the foot off to the left side of the mat, palms plant, elbows straight. Continue to work on keeping the weight on the big toe side of the foot, of the left foot. And the right foot is active here, kicking back through the heel, lifting the back of the right knee toward the air, toward the sky. And exhale, step back, top of a push-up or plank or down dog. Take it through a flow if you'd like to, meeting in downward facing dog. And here's a great place if you'd like to release the knees to the mat, find some of that more cooling energy once more. If it helps to open the mouth on the exhale, let that happen. And with the next breath in, we'll roll it up, tabletop. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Look up between your thumbs. We'll walk, or if you're feeling frisky, you can jump. It's a quiet jump. Make sure the hop is really quiet on the landing. Look back at your toes. Lift the heels, deep bend at the knees. Now look forward past your hands. We float the feet up through the hands. Should be a nice soft landing. Kind of a suggestion. So from here, soften as you roll to rise. Inhale, big reach. Hands to heart center, big toes to touch, and sit back into your chair. Little curl of the tail underneath. Thighs are going toward parallel with the floor. And from here, let's take the right hand to the outside of that right thigh. Inhale, stretch the left arm high. Exhale to fold, reach forward, keep that length. And as you exhale again, take the left elbow outside and past your right knee. I use my hand to get there to assist in this twist. We can hold just here. Right hand grounding down onto that right thigh. Continue to draw the left hip back. If space allows, you'd like to take the palms to prayer, thumbs touching the heart. Left palm presses into right, right presses into left. Maybe the gaze up over the right shoulder. One more inhale. Lean back into the shoulders. Balance the weight on the feet. And release, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale again into your chair. Palms to prayer for 1 second here. Bring it all back in. Left hand to the top of the left thigh, outside the left thigh. Inhale, stretch the right arm up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach for length, and then exhale. Right elbow slides past the left knee. I use my left hand to get it there. Working on keeping the thighs parallel. And I exhale, twist from the navel back into the shoulders, maybe palms to prayer. Crown of the head reaches forward, tailbone reaches back. Hug the inner thighs toward each other. One more inhale and exhale to release. Inhale to a long flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. You may walk or, again, float quietly to the top of a push-up. Slide it back to down dog or take your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. Starting to feel less and less like a labor here. Shake out through the head and neck. Feel the heart rate calm. And we'll go back to work. Inhale, send the right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Maybe even a little higher. Lift it up there, get it up there. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee to forehead, like a cat back. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, you know where this is going. Cross it over. Trying to touch the back of that left knee or left elbow. Inhale, send it back. Stack the hips, bend the knee, fire hydrant, circle it out. And exhale, step you through to crescent. Rolling to rise, high crescent lunge. And we'll start here with the knee bent, arms in cactus as well. Inhale, straighten the front leg and reach up, stretch up. Exhale, bend, cactus arms. Think about the hips going up instead of forward and back. So inhale, reach. Exhale, soften in. Inhale, reach, last one. Exhale, soften. This time as we reach, we'll exhale, reach the arms, right hand back, left hand forward, bend the right knee, and twist to the right. Again, that twist is coming from above the navel. Use that inner thigh hugging toward each other to really drive the exhale, chin over the right shoulder. The left leg is your rudder. As you inhale, we reach up. And exhale, drop back in. See if we can go a little further. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop in. A little further. Last one, inhale, big reach. It's balancy. Exhale, drop in. And inhale, set the back heel down as you cartwheel the hands back to warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, up and back to straight leg reverse. And exhale, reach the hips to the left, right fingers to the right. Here's where a block is really nice to place on the outside of the right ankle. Hand rests down on the shin, on the block, or on the floor. Now lean back like you're trying to press the back of your spine up against the wall behind you. Be your own wall here. And we'll float the left hand down to the left hip. Soften into the right knee. And slowly take the gaze forward about 18 inches to 2 feet. Take your block with you if you've got it. And we'll float it up to half moon. Right hand plants just to the right of where the gaze was. And you might finish by reaching the left fingertips high. And you can take the gaze up to that left hand if you're feeling frisky here too. One more inhale, open it up. Exhale, float the left hand down to the mat. Tuck the left toes behind the right ankle. Bring the pinky toe side of the feet together. We've done this before. Here we'll inhale up to the balls of the feet, lift the heels, and exhale, walk the hands to the left. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. And flatten it out all the way to a plank. Or you can hold in down dog or flow, up to you. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Press evenly through the palms, the first finger and thumb grounding into the mat. And we'll take our second side. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, shift forward. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, left knee touches left elbow. Hold, hover. Inhale, send it back. Point the toes, stack the hips, bend the knee and open it up. Fire hydrant. Exhale, big step through. Runner's lunge. Roll to rise. High crescent warrior. Cactus arms with a bent knee. And inhale, straighten the front leg and reach up for the ceiling. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, last one, reach it up. Exhale, bend. And as you inhale this time, the exhale is to twist open and to the left. Reaching for the front, through the back of the room, through the fingertips, and inhale up through center. Hug the inner thighs, reach the palms, I'm gonna fall. And exhale, drop back in. Inhale up. And exhale, drop back in. Last one, up. Drop and hold. Reach and look for that left thumb. There it is. Inhale, cartwheel the hands all the way back to warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach forward, up and back. Reverse triangle. Exhale. Shift the hips to the right, reach to the left like there's something there you really, really want, and then we'll cartwheel the hand down to a block the shin or the floor. Pressing the shoulders evenly toward that invisible wall behind you, like you're trying to scoop between two narrow walls. Look up at your right thumb, and we float the right hand to the hip. Soften into the left knee, take the gaze forward. Drop your microphone, and shift forward to balancing half moon. And again, here we keep the hips stacked, the shoulders stacked, reaching just as vigorously through that right heel as you push into the left surface of the left foot to the ground supporting you. And exhale, cartwheel, or place the right hand down. Exhale, tuck the left ankle behind the right. Rise up high in the balls of the feet. Walk it to the right, all the way facing the front of the room again. Walk it out, top of the push-up. Take your flow, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Nicely done. Looking up between the thumbs, we'll walk your hands to the top of the mat. Finding a softer forward fold here. Walk the feet as wide as the mat. Shake out through the head and neck. And if we'd like to, we can take yoga toe lock here. First two fingers between first two toes. Make the bend in the knees generous enough to achieve this bind. Inhale, look forward with a flat back. And exhale, fold the belly up and in as you start to straighten into the hamstrings. Let the crown of the head fold toward the earth. Elbows out to the side, shoulders away from the ears. So it's actually, you're upside down. So you want your shoulders to go up toward your hips in this place. Rock forward and press your big toe into the mat. Relax the clasp if you've got it. Heel toe ball the feet back through center and slowly roll to rise. Close the eyes, regroup in your Tadasana, mountain pose shape. And exhale, let the gaze softly float open. Y'all feeling the heat yet? Like, it's real. It's happening. Not with a fizzle, but with a bang. That's right. That's how we do it. All right, so from here, we'll take the hands to the hips, rock the weight over to the right foot, and draw your left knee in towards your chest. So your foot's right there, presumably. If it's not, we're grabbing our knee right here. Fingertips to the outside edge of your left knee. If the foot is there, it's right hand to the pinky toe side of your foot. Stack the shoulders and reach up through the crown of the head, reach up through the left fingertips. Your option is to straighten the leg if you've got the foot, and then as you exhale, we reach the left hand to the wall behind you. Revolved, Panagustasana. If you feel really frisky, you can go ahead and look over your left shoulder and maybe see your thumb. Twist coming again from the navel to the ribs, wrap the shoulders, then the gaze. All right, if you're twisted, bring it back. Reach the left arm high, right arm high. Everybody, if the knee was bent, go ahead and straighten it here. Lift your toes like a balloon is attached. And then we'll exhale, float the chest forward, kick the left leg back, pause through warrior three for just a moment. And then we'll step the left foot all the way back to a crescent lunge. Hands can come all the way down to the mat. Option to hold in crescent or in a high runner's lunge here. And we're on fingertips if the hands have come down to the mat. We're gonna use that same energy we've been using the whole time to curl the back body like a cat as you bring your left heel towards your seat and aim it over at the left elbow. Flatten out, coming to the right palm. Drop to the inside edge of your left foot. And here, kick the right leg to the left side of the room as you straighten up, reaching through your left fingertips. I know, it's hot. Hold it here. Float that right leg a little higher. You've got this. Exhale, drop your right pinky toe to the mat. Slide the right foot further away from you. Let your hips drop underneath you, pelvis shining toward the ceiling, and reach the left fingertips forward. Nicely done. Like an inverted plank, side plank. And exhale. To come out of it, reach the fingertips toward the ceiling. Slide the booty back. Use the inner thigh to lift the right foot off the mat once more. Hands to the mat. Hug the knee into the chest. Step to the top of the mat. Right foot, left foot beside it. Forward fold. Shake it out, let it go. Sticking with it, again, adhere to the form can simply mean being here on your mat, even if you're in child's pose the whole time. Inhale, roll to rise. Coming to standing, big reach. Let that side go, hands through heart center. Hands to the hips, and we'll take our second side. So relax, let that go. Weight comes to the left side of the foot. Right knee draws in toward the chest. Hand to the outside of the right knee, maybe all the way down to the pinky toe side of the foot. If we've got the foot and we'd like to straighten it, first reach up, everybody, through the right side waist. Reach the right fingertips to the ceiling. Kick to straighten. Push to the surface of the left foot as you exhale to the right. A little or a lot. If balance is present on this side. We usually use that dristy, that focal point. Notice how it changes as you have to rotate the gaze. Maybe that's not what you need to challenge yourself. Maybe the edge has been met. Be okay with it. Work from that place. Inhale, float the right arm high. Left arm high. Everybody straighten the right leg, lift the toes like a balloon is attached. It's lifting, and exhale. Sweep the arms back. Warrior 3, hold. Float the right leg back behind you. Heart square, hips square. And then we'll step all the way back. Plant the hands, runner's lunge. Fingertips here to give us a little extra length. Lift your left heel towards your seat. Angle the left knee across the midline towards your right elbow. Plant the palm of your left foot, left hand. Come to the inner side of your right foot. Kick the left leg through. Keep it hovering as you reach up through the right side waist. Right fingertips reaching for the ceiling. Look at your big toe, there it is. Set your pinky toe down on the mat. Slide the foot away as you shine the hips to the ceiling and reach. Finishing the pose. Long line of energy from the right toes, out the right fingertips. To come out. Reach the right fingertips toward the ceiling, slide the booty back, lift using the inner thigh, plant the hands on the mat, untwist through center, step back, downward, facing dog. Your last one here, enjoy this. Make this a labor of love. I think it's our last down dog together. Online anyway. Yep. And go ahead and release the knees to the mat. Child's pose. Hear yourself breathe. Know you're okay. And we use the hands to roll our way back to seated. So we're moving back to that Matsyasana, that half Lord of the Fishes shape. And the option, the invitation here is two things, both of them challenging in their own way. So if you feel like you'd like to challenge yourself in a stretching and releasing pose versus challenging yourself in a arm balance strength pose, it's up to you. I'll give you a little bit of both. So walking the hands forward, we'll drive our right knee up between the hands, 90 degrees at the ankle. Try to flex your toes out towards your left wrist, and then we'll snuggle our left knee in behind it. Come to seated in between the heels. So for our forward folders, for our hip openers, you're welcome. This one's super awesome. Gomukhasana variation, shoelace pose. Hands come behind, fingertips are tented. We're working to stack the knees as much as we can. It's okay if the shape looks like this. It's wherever you feel it, right? Wherever the horsepower exists for you. So inhale, stack the hip, stack the spine, and we'll reach forward with the heart till we can't reach anymore. Walk the hands forward for support. We'll curl the back body, let the forehead rest toward the mat. This is your shape, you'll be holding it while everyone else that chooses to can do the arm balance. So we're moving toward Ekapada Kunyasana, the one-armed variation. So meeting back in this Matsyasana fish shape, we walk the hands forward so you get a little momentum and drive the knees again toward that shoelace shape, touching. Tuck the toes and lift the hips a little bit off the mat. And walk my hands back so my inner thighs can touch and squeeze together here. I lift my chest and drop my ribs off to the right side of my thigh, taking my left hand, so this is that deep twist we've been working up to. trying to place my left elbow in the center of my right thigh. My right fingertips reach off the mat a little or a lot, and I'm moving toward that chaturanga arm here. I bend my elbows straight back, and I might rest my thigh, mid-femur, on the back of my right elbow. I hug my right elbow in, so there's no chicken wing here, and then I might lift so my left toes come off the mat. If space allows and you can, you'd like to straighten the right leg straight back behind you. Right leg straightens as well. It looks like a breakdancing pose. And find some hang time here. Start to draw the left knee in back behind the right. Set both feet down. Uncross the legs. If you're in Gomukhasana, nicely done. That's a heck of a pose to hold for a long time. Gomukhasana, reach back or lift up. Hold the legs as they are. Walk your hands off to the left. Lift the hips, keep the feet where they are, twirl in a big circle, and feel the knees fold over each other, sit down in between the heels once more. So everybody back in that half Lord of the Fishes shape. Gomukhasana. Notice that this side might be a little bit different set of needs, but again, we work toward bringing those knees to stack. For Ekapada, we start in that Lord of the Fishes shape. A little bit of momentum to swing forward, plant the hands, lift the hips, drive the right knee up behind the left, squeeze the inner thighs, and we'll start to take that twist. Inhale, breathe space. Exhale, right hand to the center of the left thigh. Left hand goes off to the side, about a shoulder's distance and off of my mat. Left elbow to the center of the right femur. Left elbow, no chicken wing here like a chaturanga. Think chaturanga. Right toes might float off the mat a little or a lot, and we can start to straighten both legs. And that's a stopping point for me. Left shoulder is not feeling it today. If you fall out, you can come back to play with that balance once more. Play with your settings. It's all about where you stack the bones. Adhere to the shape. Gomukhasana, make sure you're folding and exhaling. Soften something. And then we'll go ahead and bring the knees together. Float back down to seated on the mat. If you're in Gomukhasana, go ahead and use the hands to walk your way back to seated. Rock back, uncross the legs. Nicely done. Let's take our final forward folds. For Janu Shirshasana, we'll extend the right leg long, sole of the left foot into the inner thigh. Square off the heart so that the navel is aimed at the right straight leg, big toe. Reach up, stretch up, and exhale, hinge, and fold. It's not necessary to capture the foot. If the hands rest somewhere alongside the leg, that's just fine. Scoop the belly up into the rib cage and forward fold, setting the nose toward the knee. And Janu Shirshasana means head to knee pose. It's just a suggestion. Soften something. Feel this is a gentle twist and a forward fold at the same time. You've got to relax the left side, contract the right to achieve the full fold. Inhale here to walk the hands back. One last back bend because it feels nice. Left hand behind, space it about a foot away from your seat. Inhale, right hand to the chest, and we'll reach the fingertips toward the ceiling as you rise up to standing on the left shin. Flex the hips toward the top left corner of the room. Reach for the wall behind you through the right fingertips. Big long line of energy from the right big toe. Out the fingertips here. Slowly lower the seat all the way back to the mat. And we'll switch sides. Sole of the right foot into the inner thigh. Square the heart off toward the straight legs, big toe. Inhale, reach up through both sideways, and exhale, hinge and fold. Hands resting wherever feels good for you, and let the belly just rest on top of the thigh. Send the message. And notice that cooling effect of this forward fold. And using the inhale in the hands to roll your way back to seated. Right hand comes behind, inhale, left hand to the chest, rise up to the right shin, reach for the back of the room. Feel that breath and opening through the whole side waist, the whole body. You just drew it all together and squeezed it all together and twisted. Now let's open it up, feel that space. And lower the seat. Final forward fold, bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Baddha Konasana, any variation that works for you. Choose your own adventure. You can have heels away from the seat, heels closer in. Depends on what you're looking for. Hands can bind around the feet, drop the shoulders away from the ears. If you're going to pull, have a flat back. And if you'd like to round your back, please don't pull. It's a lot for the back. The erector spinae, go ahead and relax the forehead toward the mat here. Resist the urge to pull. Feel the outer edges of the knees dropping toward the mat. Let's not force anything here, let's just be. And using the next inhale in the hands to roll our way back to seated. Hands outside the knees to draw the knees to center. Slide the hips to the heels and we'll come down to lying on our backs. So our final resting pose of a supported Matsyasana fish pose. Lots of fish today. I don't know why. All right, so from here, if you've got your blocks, you're going to use one on the low wide setting and the other on the tall narrow setting. And if you're using pillows, it's one small pillow, one bigger pillow. Aiming for where the shoulder blades come together to set the wide edge of our block. And a little back bend here. And then taking the other block or pillow on the higher setting, placing it just at the base of the skull. Supported fish pose. Legs can now go out to straight, palms rest at your side, feel the shoulder blades dropping toward the earth. Passive heart opener, close the eyes. And just be held. Give me 3 breaths in this shape. And you're welcome to stay here for Shavasana. Or after that third exhale, go ahead and find your way down to lying on the mat, supported only by the ground beneath you. Keeping the body perfectly still, begin to deepen into the breath. And take this moment to notice how you are now. Notice how Shavasana has changed your practice today. Notice how your practice has changed you. And if you're in fish pose, go ahead and remove the head block first. The back block next. Everyone will bend into the knees, slowly rolling to your left side for a more restful day, or for a more active day, your right side for a more restful day, and just be held in the fetal position. Using the strength of the arms, we'll make our way up to a comfortable Sukhasana, easy seat, height beneath the seat if you'd like it. When you arrive, let the palms rest, face up. Open for what's to come. Let the eyes be closed. Unclench the jaw. And find your breath. Thank you all for sharing your practice today with me and with each other. We'll close our time together with an audible exhale. Please receive your deep breath in. gather it up, bring the hands together at heart center, thumbs facing towards you, fingers out to the world. Namaste.